Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back. It has been a minute. We are going to go ahead and flip through the Lightworkers Tarot, and it's by Chris Ann. And I believe Hay House is the publishing. Yeah, you can see it right there. Hay House is a publishing, and the back gives you a little view of the cards. It's in a really great box, so for those of you who don't like to carry or go out and buy bags for all your decks, this box is awesome. You can keep it in your purse or in your backpack or at pretty much anywhere, and it's going to protect your cards really well. The inside of the box does have a message, and it says, "And into the gray we follow like 1,000 flickering stars, and there in the sunlight hollow we lose and find what is ours." And then on the inside it says, "Dear Light Worker and Shadow Seer, may this deck help you find what is yours." Signed by Chris Ann. Now when you get your deck, the backs of the cards are going to look like this. The cardstock is really good. So, I mean, if you're trying to shuffle them, it's a really thick deck. Let me show you how thick it is. This is actually how thick it is, and I mean it's a pretty chunky deck. Okay, pretty seriously chunky deck because the cardstock is so awesome. The little book that it comes with is also pretty thick, and the cover is really nice. So is the back. There she is, Chris Ann, and it goes in a little bit about the deck. And it's hard to do it with one hand, but you can see the cards and you can see their explanations if you so needed to see. Light Seer, Shadow Seer, and a couple of um so it's like a healing deck, right? Working and healing with the Light Seekers Tarot. There's a message from her, of course, an explanation of uprights and reversals, spreads like light of the day draw, light and shadow spreads, a couple more, soul joy spread, and then it goes into the major arcana. Now this book is black and white, as you can tell, and it is fully with a little picture in it, and like I believe it's an affirmation. Yeah, everybody gets one. I mean, all the cards get one. Now let's get into the cards. Here is the Fool, which is a beautiful card. I personally love this deck for multiple reasons. The colors are one of them, and the images are absolutely stunning. So if you get a chance to buy this deck, you're gonna be very pleased with it, for starters. And if you bond with your deck, like I have, it'll definitely read you. Yeah, you won't have to put too much into it, but I've done everything with these cards before, like actually working with them. We have the High Priestess and the Empress, both beautiful, very strong cards. The Emperor and Hierophant. The Lovers and Chariot are very beautiful. I love the Lovers cards, specifically in this deck, because it shows a dynamic of age. Um, that you can have a connection no matter what age, race, or possibly spiritual beliefs. Nothing really is a limit when it comes to love, but they're also very different. And as we go through the cards, you'll start to see why I love this deck so much. I believe all the cards are actually beautiful, but my card When you do your birth date is the Justice card and the High Priestess card. And in this deck, I love them both so much. Very impressed with Death and Rebirth, the Death card. Beautiful, beautiful card. Temperance and the Devil. The Devil is really interesting, the way they do it. And I really like this version of it rather than the typical Rider-Waite. Another beautiful card is the Tower and the Star. I really like the Tower card though. The butterflies and the lightning and the squirrel that's just caught off guard. Totally beautiful. For a Lightworkers deck or a Shadow Seer, beautiful deck. You can definitely bond and connect to all these cards. I mean, journaling with this deck is absolutely mind opening and eye opening as well. And this wraps up the major arcana. And now we're going to get into the cups. Totally vibing with the Four of Cups and Three of Cups. I love all the colors and just the creative expression that they used to put an image out that was very different. And I mean, these cards are stunning. If you buy them, like, go and buy them because they're beautiful. I bought them because they were very attractive and I felt like I could feel more and see more through the cards and the images. I could relate. It made bonding with this deck really, what's the word, intimate. And in some ways, it brought out a lot of personal things. So I can definitely vibe with this. Again, beautiful. You could totally see that, right? Page of Cups and Knight of Cups. What handsome images. A lot of these are beautiful people. Just the expressions that they portray in this deck is just phenomenal. I think by far this has been my most favorite deck. And I'm sure a lot of you can see why. Into the Suit of Wands. Now, if you've ever had a deck, that Eight of Wands, you've seen it before in in another deck. Something very similar to that. Gosh, it's a black and white deck. I can't really think of the name right now. But you all know what deck I'm talking about. And that with the lighting and with the colors, it's like 1,000 times better. Now, when you get to the nines and tens, in some cases, like the wands and I think the swords, they do get a little dark, but it's still like a very attractive deck to work with. And a lot of the images look really, really fun. I believe the kings and queens in this deck are all very, very stunning. Even from the expression in the regular numbered cards to the court cards, it's huge differences, but altogether just beautiful. Into the Suit of Swords. I like the Ace of Swords very much. The Staircase in the Mind. Two of Swords. It's almost like you could feel the Three of Swords as well as the Four. But like in any deck, I think the Three of Swords is always a really hurtful card, but this one takes the cake. The Five and Six of Swords. A lot of crows in this one, or ravens. Because what really could, besides wind, what would really portray air? things that fly, wind, clouds, maybe. And here come the court cards. King and Queen. Now, when you get into this deck and you get to spend time with it, you'll notice little insignias, little things, right? Everything that's in their pictures. When you sit down and journal with them, these things are amazing. I can't help but keep saying that they're amazing, they're stunning, they're beautiful, they're eye-catching. They are. They so are. And I kind of like the organicness of the way they display the pentacles. It's really eye-catching. I wonder where inspiration comes from or flew from when this woman was putting this together, because I'm so impressed. Look at that 7 and 8 of Pentacles. Best version I've ever seen in a visual with colors and just the perfect way to have people see and visualize this. 9 and 10 of Pentacles, very happy cards. I love the 9 of Pentacles. I also love the 8 though. The 8 was like my thing. Into the court cards for the Pentacles. And the King and Queen of Pentacles to wrap this up. Now, there is a familiar card that you see on the box of this deck. She is a beautiful high priestess. I hope you folks enjoyed this flip through. I personally love working with this deck. It's very expressive. It's definitely easy to bond with. And I wanted to thank you all for hanging in there and keeping up with the channel, even though I haven't been keeping up with it. A lot has been going on besides the COVID. I started my own business, and I got married, and 2020 has been good to me, even with the COVID thing. So love and light to everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're viewing this, and stay blessed, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. Take care, everybody. Bye.